Today I fucked up by going to the chiropractor. This was 2 days ago when I realized I might just be getting scammed. I've been going to a chiropractor for years. Different ones since I move a lot. Probably every year or every year and a half. F28. I have a lower back, hip problem that keeps coming up every once in a while. Been having issues since college. Well, this time about 5 months ago the pain has been consistent. I started going to acupuncture, which was extremely helpful with the pain, but I knew ultimately there was a much worse problem. So I followed up with the chiropractor. I've been going for a few months now. But a few weeks back I decided to see a new doctor because the pain persisted. They gave me an MRI and saw that there was bulging disc, which the chiropractor didn't see because she only did a regular X-ray. Anyways, the new doc suggested I start physical therapy. I figured it would be good for me. However, I don't know why I thought seeing the chiropractor simultaneously would be beneficial. I thought it would. Logically it still makes sense. Both doctors would be helping me get aligned. One with physical manipulation and the other with exercises. Here's where it gets interesting. I've been going to the chiropractor once a week. PT has been 3 times a week. Every time I got aligned more at PT the next week I'd be out of whack. I didn't associate this with the chiropractor though because I've heard many times before that sometimes the body just has a hard time holding, so I was like cool. I went to physical therapy last Thursday and Friday and for once my body was in perfect alignment, they said. On Monday I went back to physical therapy and my body moved slightly, but not much. We did exercises that fixed the issue and I was all set. On Tuesday I go to the chiropractor. She cracks me, big crack, and says, "Yup. That's a good one, mind you. This leaves me pretty sore," but she looks afterwards at my feet alignment and says I'm good. Wednesday comes and I'm back at point. They too look at feet alignment to make sure you're aligned. My physical therapist is immediately confused and says, "OMG, you're really off. IDK, how that happened? You were perfectly okay on Monday and your whole hip is rotated." She essentially asks me what I did. I'm too embarrassed to tell her that the only thing that changed was the damn chiropractor. So I said I am not sure. Anyways, I noticed I do feel better after PT each time. So I'm not going back to the chiropractor. I'm pretty much getting the sense that either she is a fraud or they all are. I'm extremely disappointed in all the money I have spent going to her. Too long did not read. I've been going to the chiropractor for months for a lower back, hip issue. I went to another doctor to get looked at further and they suggested physical therapy. I started PT and still went to the chiropractor thinking it would be helpful in using both in my healing process. Turns out, the chiropractor actually has been making me worse. I was on an amazing streak at physical therapy with my body until I went to the chiropractor in between visits and now my hip rotated again. This is so common. PT is the way to go. Chiropractors are not doctors and orthopedic doctors will recommend PT, not chiropractors. I went to a chiro for tingling from my hand into my shoulder. Never got a good explanation as to why this was happening. I went through 3 months of adjustments and hot, cold therapy to no avail. My wife urged me to see an orthopedic doctor. Turned out I had severely inflamed carpal tunnel in my right wrist. There was permanent nerve damage. The doctor told me I needed surgery ASAP. Chiropractors are quacks, end of story. Today I fucked up by asking my father-in-law if he liked rapists. Hello everyone. I am not a native English speaker. Actually I started to learn proper English once I moved to the US. My girlfriend and friends speak to me in my mother language, so I have little to none social skills on English. Today I had lunch with my girlfriend's family and I was super nervous because they mainly speak in English, but I managed to communicate with them and even crossed a couple of jokes with my father-in-law. My mind was going at 200 mph trying to not be weird with my broken English, and I was beginning to leave my awkwardness behind. That until I heard them talking about Tupac and other famous rappers. My father-in-law was saying how he liked Tupac and for him he was the greatest rap icon or something like that. Me being a big Spanish rap fan, I started to panic thinking about something cool to say about a topic I enjoy. And naturally I said, "I didn't know you liked rapists." Everybody became silent and my father-in-law made the most disgusted expression I've ever seen. He just said, "What?" And I answered, "I didn't thought you liked rap artists." After that my girlfriend explained me what I did wrong. I was really nervous, and between shifting from conversations in Spanish with my girlfriend and his brother and conversations in English, I committed my most stupid mistake in my entire life. Didn't talk much for the rest of the afternoon. Will never forget the shame I felt once I realized what I said. I hasty my broken English. Too long did not read. Said, rapist, instead of rapper, because I thought that was the English translation for rapero. Tupac was literally convicted of 2 counts of first-degree sexual abuse and served time for them. Just saying, added layer of irony. You made a rather simple mistake, they should have just laughed. I'm sorry he made you feel bad. No biggie is a totally understandable mistake. The other way around happened to my wife. We were in a family lunch with my grandma and she said in Spanish, quiero comer pollo. I want to eat dick, instead of, quiero comer pollo. I want to eat chicken. Everyone laugh, she blushed, and then I made fun of her for a bit. And now we just laugh about that every now and then. My grandpa's Filipino wife once said he had a beautiful condom. She meant condo. Nobody made her feel bad for complimenting his condom though. Sorry, your in-laws have no sense of humor. That's a common mistake, haha. That guy needs to chill the fuck out and give you a break.